Last month, the first week of September, I came here. This is Uganda. This is a place called Kamuli. I came here just to train one of my followers. I'm one of the people who follow me on my YouTube channel, how to do nursery bed, and that is onion nursery bed. And these is the results of what we did that week. And today I'm back just to continue to show them how to move to the next level, which is transplanting. These are the beds we prepared, and as you can see, the germination percentage, the survival rate, it's quite okay. Here, most people are still learning these things, and they are really eager to get to know everything, what it entails, and that's why they follow you. They can contact you all the way, even from outside their country. And the good thing, as agronomists, we are always ready to support. For the transplanting part, some of the things we do before transplanting, the way the nurseries are, first of all, you have to make sure the seedlings are ready or ideal for transplanting. You can just count the number of days that is after sowing the seedlings or after sowing the seeds. And normally after that 5 days, 40 days, that 5 days, the seedlings are ready for transplanting. And something else we also check is the size. Sometimes we just check the size of the stem. If it is pencil size, again, that seedling qualifies for transplanting. So something else we also do on the day of transplanting, or just before you start uprooting, we do a lot of we do serious irrigation, because when we are going to start to uproot the seedlings, we need them to have their roots with them. So irrigation is you cannot uproot the seedlings when the nursery is dry. So that's just but a simple practice. Some of the other important practices, actually we carried them during the establishment part of it. That is when we were sowing the seeds. Like you can see, the beds are well raised but sunken, and that's why the germination percentage is the way it is. We also have to factor in the width of the beds. If you look at the beds, the width is 1 meter. They are okay, the length is they're quite long, but the width we have maintained 1 meter. Why? Just to make sure whoever is carrying out the practices like irrigation, like weeding, they have easy time. If you look at the population, we did not overcrowd the seeds, and that's a very important practice. If you overcrowd the seedlings, you'll have a tough time on management, especially to do with the diseases. So we are going to start uprooting the seedlings and then taking them to the main seed bed where we are prepared now. The main beds now where we are going to have seedlings. So when we are uprooting the seedlings, I mentioned that you have to make sure you are cutting the seedlings together with a bit of soil. This is how we do it. Just ensure there is a lump of soil accompanying the seedlings. Don't just uproot and take the seedlings for transplanting when they are totally dry, or when you have left all the soil here. This is how to do it. Cameraman, I need you to take very closely. Just show them. So how you do it. Come show them how you also place them there where we are doing the yeah. This is how we also place them. You can see you have to be very careful, because as I mentioned in one of my presentations, every seedling must count. Onion seed is very expensive, and you have to make sure you are taking care of the seeds and the seedling. So that's why we have to be very careful when doing the nurseries, so that we can achieve a good germination percentage. And again, when we are transplanting, again, we have to be extremely careful. This time round, our eyes are on the survival rate when we go to the main seed bed. That is now the actual transplanting. Something I always mention, the big bulbs, the big size bulbs we want to achieve, or we want to harvest, because onion farming is all about tonnage. Everybody is talking about tonnage. That tonnage you are talking about is going to come from the quality of bulbs and the quantity and quality you are going to achieve. You have to think about all that from the day you buy your seedlings. It's not something you come to discuss or to work on when the onion is already transplanted, or when the onion is already bulbing. That's a mistake most farmers make. Most farmers will start asking about how to make their bulbs bigger, how to make their yield better just days before harvesting. That's when they want to start working on their bulbs. No, you do it that way, it is wrong. Do it from day one. And I've just shown you some of the things. They might look very simple, but I tell you, they have a big impact on your ultimate yield. So can you do what I'm doing? Just want to see if you have mastered the tactic or the right practice, the way to do it. Yeah, just like that. Now place those ones there. Do another one. Yes, that way. Good. And our variety, just to mention our variety, actually this is Neptune F1. So it really suits this area. It suits the climate, all the ecological conditions of this area. Onion seed selection, actually we have mentioned that we have to consider the ecological factors of where you are farming. You don't just walk into a shop and buy or request for onion seeds. You have to mind, or to have in mind the ecological factors, or the how generally how the climate is. Let's transplant our onions. These are our seedlings. These ones are from propagators. First of all, we have to ensure where you are doing your transplanting, you have irrigated. The beds have to be very wet. Okay, so in onion transplanting, this is where you decide on the size of bulb you will eventually harvest. So two things you have to check on. One is the spacing. If you transplant them very close to each other, chances are you'll end up with smaller bulbs or medium. So those people who want medium bulbs or small bulbs, just transplant the seedlings close to each other. For those people who want bigger size bulbs, that is the big bulbs, check on the spacing. Where possible, the seedlings are not supposed to. They need space, and on this one we do it. You have to be creative because you have to ensure that the seedlings are not competing. So those people who are doing drip irrigation, you do a zigzag kind of transplanting. You place one seedling on the one side of the drip, then the other one on the other side of the drip, allowing enough space such that you eliminate competition for the resources. Number two, we also check on how far we are also, can I use the language, burying, how you bury the seedlings. These are the seedlings. Can I get a better seedling? A bigger one, so that I can show my viewers something. This is the seedling. These are the roots. So you just put the seedling in the soil up to like, is it a maximum of a centimeter or 2 centimeters? Anything more than that, you are likely to end up with a very small bulbs. So you only put up to where the root stock starts. Don't put too much of the seedling in the soil. That's it for the transplanting.